Hello student, this is the second video for standard 9, and today in this video I am going to explain the nested if. Last year in the selection statement we learned about if, that is simple if statement. Second is if else statement. Third is if else if statement, and fourth is nested if statement. So this year we will start nested if statement. Nested if, an if statement within another if statement is called nested if statement. An if statement within another if statement is called nested if statement. See the syntax. If condition 1, if condition 2, statement 1, closing bracket else, statement 2, closing bracket, and again the closing bracket of this if. See. If condition 1 opening bracket, again if condition 2 opening bracket, statement 1 closing bracket, else opening bracket, statement 2 again closing bracket, again closing bracket of outer if. See the if statement, this is the if statement, and this if statement is situated within another if statement. So the if statement within another if statement, an if statement within another if statement is called nested if. So this if is nested if statement. Okay, this if statement is nested if statement. Now see the working of nested if statement, how this structure will work, how this structure will execute. So during the execution, first of all condition 1 will be evaluated. Condition 1 will be checked or evaluated. If condition 1 evaluated to true, if condition 1 becomes true, then the control moves inside the if statement. But general statement, general structure of if is if, here is condition and there is statement. So the general execution is if this condition is evaluates to true, then the statement within the opening and closing bracket of if statement will be executed. This is the general working of if. Similarly, this is if, this is opening bracket, this is closing bracket. If the condition 1 evaluates to true, then all the statements under if will be executed. See, so first of all the control will check the condition 1. If condition 1 evaluates to true, then control moves inside the if. Inside the if, that is outer if. Inside the if, the control will found one more condition, that is condition 2. So condition 2 is also evaluated. When condition 2 evaluates to true, then control move inside this if statement. Okay, and inside this if statement, the first statement will be executed. So to execute the statement 1, first of all condition 1 will be checked. If it is true, then condition 2 will be checked. If it is also true, then the statement will be executed. Next, if condition 1 is will be checked, if it evaluates to true, then control moves inside the if statement. Condition 2 will be checked if it is found false. If it is found false, then the control moves to else statement. If condition 2 becomes false, control moves to else statement, and inside the else, the statement 2 is here. So if condition 2 is false, statement 2 will be executed. See the summary. If condition 1 is checked, if it is true, condition 2 will be checked. If condition 2 is true, then statement 1 will be executed. Again, if condition 1 is true, then the condition 2 will check. Condition 2 is also true, then statement 1 is executed. Again, condition 1 is checked, it is true. Condition 2 will be checked, it is false. Then the statement of else will be executed. See? Let's we'll make a program using nested if statement. And the question is, we have to input a number and check whether it is a 4-digit number or not. If it is a 4-digit number, then check whether it is a palindrome number or not. We have to input a number and check whether it is a 4-digit number or not. If it is a 4-digit number, then check whether it is a palindrome number or not. In this program, we will use two if. In the first if, we will check whether the number is a 4-digit number or not. If the number is a 4-digit number, then we will check whether it is a palindrome or not. So palindrome, you know as well, if a number and its reverse, see, number is 1221, 1221. If we will revert it, we will find 1221. If the number and its reverse, if both are equal, the number is said to be a palindrome number. So let's solve this program. We will use scanner class and nested if. This is the first program of standard 9. So first of all, we will write import space java .util.scanner class check, opening bracket, method to check 4-digit palindrome number, void display. Void display. Right. Create scanner object. Scanner SCR equal to new scanner system.in. Okay. system.out.println enter a number, we need an integer value, so int n equal to str dot next int. We need a few variable in our program, so better you declare it first. So the number is, we need to extract all the digits of the number, so we need a d1 equal to 0, d2 equal to 0, d3 equal to 0, d4 equal to 0. We need a variable reverse equal to 0. Now check if n is greater than 999 and n is less than equal to 9999. This is the range of a 4 digit. If an n is greater than 999, suppose let's take n equal to 1221. 1221. Apply the value of n in this condition. So n is greater than 999. See, 1221 is greater than 999, therefore it is true. And this is n, and n less than equal to 9999. So 1221 is smaller than 9999. So this part is also true. If these conditions are true, control move inside the if statement. Inside the if, we will extract all the digits. All the digits. What happens here in d1? So d1 equal to n by 100. So d1 equal to n by 100 means 1221 by 100. Well, 1000. d1 equal to n by 1000. 1221 by 1000 means it is equal to 1.221. 1.221, and this 1.221 is stored in variable d1, and d1 is declared as integer, therefore it stores only 1. So this way we extract the first digit of the number, that is 1. In the second line, d2 equal to n by 100 mod 10. So d2 equal to n by 100 means 1221 by 100. See, this is integer. 1221 is integer because it is stored in n and n is declared as integer. And 100 is also integer. And according to the facts of division in Java, when we divide an integer value by another integer value, the result is also integer. So the basic result is 12.21, but since it is integer and it is integer, therefore it stores only 12. 12 mod 10 means we will divide 12 using 10 like this. 12. So 10 1 ja 10, and the remainder is 2. Modulus operator is used to calculate the remainder. So here 2 will be stored in d2. This way we will extract the second digit. d3 equal to n by 10 means 1221 by 10, it is equal to 122.1, but 122.1, this is integer, so it is stored only 122. 122 mod 10 means 10 is 112, 122 is divided by 10, so 10 1 ja 10, 2 20, 10 2 ja 20, the remainder will be 2. So this way this d3 is stored 2, that is the third value. Here d4 equal to n mod 10, that is 1221 mod 10. So when we will divide 1221 by 10, 1 will be comes out as remainder, and that remainder is stored in d4, therefore 1. So this way we will find the find each digit of the number. Okay, so after extracting we will find the reverse. Reverse equal to d4 into 1000 plus d3 into 100 plus d2 into 10 plus d1. d4 into 100 plus d3 into 100 plus d2 into 10 plus d1. So d4 into 100, d4 1, so 1 into 100 is, 1 into 1000 is 1000. d3 into 100, d3 is 2, 2 into 100 is 200 plus d2 into 10, d2 is 2, 2 into 10 is 20 plus d1, d1 is 1, and we will add it. So we will find 1221, and it is the reverse of n. Again we will check if n is equal to real. If a number n is equal to its reverse, if this condition is true, becomes true, we will print ln it is palindrome number. Else we will print not a palindrome number, and we will close the bracket. See, first of all, we enter a number n. We will check the number whether it is a 4-digit number or not. To check the 4-digit number, we will compare the number using 999. Number should be greater than 999 and it should be smaller than or equal to 9999. Okay, or if this condition is true, control move inside the loop, inside the if statement, and inside the if statement we will extract all the digits in 4 different variables, that is d1, d2, d3 and d4. After extracting, we will find the reverse, and again we will check if the n is equal to reverse, the number is palindrome. Else means if it is false, n is not equal to reverse, the control moves to else and print not a palindrome number. So see, this is the example of nested if. One condition we are checking here and one condition we are checking here. So an if statement within another if statement. See, this is an if statement and this if statement is situated under this if statement. So therefore this is a example of nested if statement. Got it? Ready? Now, program is not over. See, we have to write the else for this. If we entered a number like this, 57341, this is not the 4-digit number. So what will happen? We will compare n greater than 999. 5,700, it is 57,341. 57,341 is greater than 999. This part is true. Okay, but n, that is 57,341, is smaller than 9,999. This part is false. So control this. Here it is AND operator, and for AND operator we need true value in both the sides, but one side is true and one side is false. Therefore, the entire expression is false, evaluated false. So to false, the control moves to else statement. This is the else of outer if, and here we will print ln not a 4-digit number. Okay, not a 4-digit number. This is the opening bracket of class void. We will close here, and this is the closing bracket of class. So this is the example of nested if, but keep in your mind, we will enter a number using scanner class. Okay, so this is first program of standard 9. In the WhatsApp group, I am sending you a few more questions. You try to solve. Okay, thank you.